Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here as the recording of this Sunday, May 29, 2022. I don't think this effect is working. It looks like I'm holding this very large soda pop, but in reality, it is just an oversized roadside attraction style item. That pole right there is blocking the sun. I am drinking a piping hot caffeinated beverage. I am in Las Vegas, Nevada, or on the outskirts. And when I think of Las Vegas, Nevada, I think of Danny 702.
Hello.
Is 702 the area code? Not zip code.
It is the area code.
It's the, I always say zip, I get zip and area.
No, now you had me confused. Area
Mixed
code.
up. So you lived here for a while.
I did.
Started your channel, Danny 702, because it is a 702.
Yes.
Then you moved to Florida.
I did.
Where we started going to Disney World a lot. Became good friends there. I'm passing through and he said, let me just show you some stuff around Las Vegas.
Yes, absolutely. I'm actually really excited about that because you showed me so much in Orlando that I feel like I hope I can return the favor by showing you at least a little bit here in Las Vegas.
You didn't even know about this.
No, I didn't. I've been here all the time. I came here all the time too.
If there's any kind of like weird, bizarre things attached to a fast food restaurant, it's like a beacon. It's like, it pulls me in like a tractor, babe. You didn't get a coffee, you had a hash brown.
I had a hash brown. I love those hash browns.
Okay, I'm inviting you to join me and Danny 702 in the 702.
Yeah, Vegas.
I don't even know where we're going.
I don't really know either. We're just gonna walk it.
We're just wing it. We're gonna walk it from
Yeah.
here to the
Here to the street.
That's a long way.
It's not that far.
It's not that far. It's over there. All right, we might walk it. We might. Who knows? Join me, shall you? Heading that direction towards a lot of very iconic spots, but first, take a look at Lady Liberty right here. Supposedly the second largest Statue of Liberty in Vegas. This is in front of a little shopping center. Very tall and used to be used as a place of business with a window here at one point. Now right over there is the Vegas airport. There's a helicopter you're taking off or landing. You can kind of see it going by. And I really have no earthly clue what's in this building. I just really wish there was some sort of hint on what was inside here. Huh. Now, if memory serves correct, I came through Vegas years and years ago. Was this in a different spot at one point?
Yeah, it was. It was east of the Strip. So
Okay.
I have actually never been to the new location either.
And this is exciting. They have a Zoltar machine in here. Hello there. Yeah, these are great. So basically a Mold-A-Rama is you put the money in, you wait 1.5 minutes, and you get a Walt Disney character. So you could get Donald, either one of those two Donalds. Now, this is a good one. Superman, Arabian Nights. Oh, here's one of the same kind of fans that they have at the Indiana Jones stunt show at Studios. And then here's the Indiana Jones Pinball Adventure. We kind of have like a little tie-in there. And there is an appropriate pinball here for the city I'm in. Vegas, right there. When in Vegas, Vegas pinball. Okay, this is the 1933 Jigsaw in the World's Fair. So this is the oldest pinball machine?
No, not the oldest pinball. It might be one of the oldest that they have here.
Oh, the oldest that they have here.
But you're going to see like these little, I don't know what to call them. I know there's other ones that are older where you just like tilt it. So this might not be the very oldest, but they have it out in front.
Yeah, 33, that's a long time ago. Okay, I would not have noticed the cat up there if you had not told me about it. What's the backstory on the cat?
Well, okay, so I was zooming in on it recently because I didn't really know what it was, but somebody in the comment section had told me that there's like a local cat that visits the pinball machine. He likes to play pinball, so they put a little stuffed animal cat up there in tribute.
So that's the pinball cat.
That's the pinball cat.
Not a real cat, that's a stuffed cat in tribute to the real pinball cat. There it is, the Little Church of the West wedding chapel. Kind of see it over here. You can definitely see has the architecture from back in the day of what a traditional church building would look like with the steeple. It's on the National Register of Historic Places. In fact, they are having a wedding inside, or they just did. Pretty neat. Okay, so this was in a movie?
Yeah, one of the best Vegas movies, Viva Las Vegas. So Anne Margaret and Elvis got married in a scene.
Oh, really?
Right here at the Little West. But I believe the chapel was moved. I think it was located in a different area. But yeah, that chapel.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that cool?
I did not realize that. So Elvis was inside that chapel.
Elvis was here.
Fictionally getting married. He didn't get married in that church, but he was playing the role. Classic cars alert. And this is within eye view of the Pinball Museum over there. Oh, nice. There's a pink elephant right here. Hello, elephant. Outside of this motel. And I say motel because that would be a hotel or a resort, and this would be a motel. Look at the pool over there with the stars around it and all that. In fact, there are rooms available. See? Do you know what the difference between a hotel and a motel is?
Absolutely not.
I was thinking that a motel is all ground level with the doors leading in from outside. A hotel, you have to go into a lobby and then into a hallway to lead into your door.
Maybe.
And it could be more than one floor. That's my interpretation. I'm no expert on accommodations.
I have no idea.
See an airplane taking off over there. This is the backside, not the backside of water, but the backside of New York, New York. And I don't know if I want to be a part of it, meaning this coaster right here. Kind of a rickety coaster, reminds me of the Buffalo Bills coaster in Primm, which I've been on, which was slightly terrifying. There's a little bit of an ascension here. Also, pretty sure if I did it, they wouldn't let me film on it. So I'm going to have to live vicariously through the 2 people that are on there, 2 or 3. I don't think it's even a full cartload. And side note, the largest Statue of Liberty here in town is on the front side of this, so I'll show that in a moment. I'm going to get the descent here, see if anyone streams. Very slow move. Go, 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 go. Drop it in! Is that Excalibur over there?
That is Excalibur.
Excalibur. There it goes. That actually looks like a fun coaster. You ever done it?
I've done it quite a few times.
Do you like it?
Considering it's the only coaster we got around town, yes, but you're gonna need a Tylenol afterwards.
It's the only coaster here in town?
Yeah.
Isn't there one over at Circus Circus?
Oh, okay, yeah, there is the whole Adventure Dome. You're right.
Adventure Dome.
Right. And we've got the rides over on the Stratosphere, which I don't think you can see from here.
Oh, they have the one at the Stratosphere that like tilts down?
Yes.
No, thank you. And this little Hershey's Kiss is taking a selfie right there, getting the good angle. I take selfies like that too, kind of like upward, looking down at that kind of angle.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of the proper selfie.
This guy's over at high five.
The high five? Oh, nice. Okay, you gotta follow these ordinances. No trespassing in the water feature. Anywhere else out here, it's just game on. Yeah, the coaster, New York, New York, and the very large, we saw the second largest, now this is the first largest Lady Liberty in New York. Or not in New York. The real one's in New York. I am in Las Vegas. I forgot where I was for a minute. I guess this does kind of give some Disney World, Disneyland vibes.
Which one do you think is bigger?
Which one do you think's taller?
Yeah,
Definitely that's taller than Disneyland.
for sure.
Is that taller than Magic Kingdom? I don't know. I really do not know. I'm gonna say probably neck and neck. I'm gonna say about the same height. And just looking at this, I would assume that this was a waterfall at one point.
I think so.
Had to have been a waterfall. This is a very tall Coca-Cola bottle right there, like sky-high Coca-Cola bottle. And just a few people crossing the intersection here over towards the Hard Rock, where there is a oversized guitar. A lot of oversized items here. And it's starting to get pretty busy. You see the traffic building up and a lot of people kind of walking around. It reminds me a lot of Venice Beach vibes and Hollywood Boulevard vibes. And it's weird, but in this kind of a strange way, I don't really get Vegas. I'm kind of on the fence with whether I like it or not. I mean, it's definitely overwhelming to look at, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I haven't spent enough time here. Fountains are going off over there. Not the real Eiffel Tower, obviously, but a very close facsimile, very, very tall as well. And went up to the window to see about going to the top of it, but it didn't appear to be open at this hour, at this time frame. So just gonna continue walking. Probably a pretty good view from up there. Gonna keep on walking this direction. Now right up here is a really large Ferris wheel. This is a very, very tall Ferris wheel. There is the McDonald's arch, and across the way, the Mirage with got the Beatles up top there. The Rat Pack, legendary photo of the Rat Pack with Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Peter Lawford, and Joey Bishop was taken at this very spot in 1960, adjacent to the Las Vegas Strip. And here's their footprints right down here. So there used to be another hotel here that got torn down?
Yeah, it was the Sands. And the Sands had the Copa Room, which is where the Rat Pack used to play in the early 1960s.
The Sands.
Yeah, and so that is no longer. We now have the Venetian, but...
So which way would they have been looking? So they're standing, so they would have been, okay, they would have been looking the other way.
I think, yeah, I mean...
Okay, yeah, because their footprints are here.
If it marks it
So
here.
they would have been looking towards the Mirage, kind of like right in here.
Yeah, probably.
So the Sands sign was behind them,
Right.
which means the Sands sign was right here,
I don't know.
perhaps?
It looks like it.
In the early 60s, the Five Stars were headliners of the famed Copa Room inside the Sands Hotel, like you said. Footprints below marked the approximate, quote-unquote, approximate location. Okay, so it's up for discretion. You're part of the Rat Pack now because you're standing there.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to be part of the Rat Pack. I'm part of the Rat Pack now.
Hey, that's so cool. I love
A little close-up view of all 5 of them standing there.
little blue eyes.
Now we're going to go in the Venetian. Oh, they do pink Jeep tours through here as well. Yeah, I like inside the Venetian, if I remember correctly, is where they have the canals. Oh yeah, so there we go right there. There's one of the gondolas over there and the canal on the outside, but it also goes inside. All right, this is a wow moment. Look at the roof up here. Wow, that's incredible. This is all along the roof line. Pretty dang amazing. So if you had to list 1 or 2 things about Vegas, the things that you love about the vibe of Vegas, what would it be? Not locations, but just vibe. Like, why do you love Vegas?
I love the history in Vegas, like the Rat Pack in that era. And I don't know, I grew up coming to Vegas, and I know the 90s era too, so it's nostalgic to me.
Okay, so it's a lot of nostalgia. That makes sense. I'm getting some Epcot vibes going through here. Almost like we're in the Mexico Pavilion, how it looks like. It's like outside for inside, I guess you'd call it. Or we're really inside, but it looks like we're outside. Going directly underneath the bridge, and I'm standing on top of. Okay, so that one moved out of the way. That gondola moved out of the way. But that, what do you call a gondola operator? It'd be a gondolier. All right, now this is kind of interesting. There's a video of Michael Jackson back when he was still alive spending a crap ton of money inside a gallery. And this is the gallery right here. They're playing the video of him spending all the money inside there. And I had no idea that that was it until I saw in the window them kind of promoting it, saying, "You will be missed, Michael." But inside there, he was shelling out some serious amount of cash buying artwork. That's so wild. But that was the gallery. You ever seen that video?
I have seen it. I just told him, "I'll take one of these."
Yeah, he's just like, "Oh, that's 200,000. I'll take 4."
Insane.
That's the spot. Trying to decide what exactly that is right there. Surfboard or a spaceship? You think it's a surfboard?
I think it's a surfboard.
I'm gonna say it's supposed to be a spaceship. Oh, so here, this is Siegfried and Roy right here. Very well. So here's it's almost like the Hollywood Walk of Fame right here. Magicians of the Century. Siegfried and Roy. And there's someone sitting over next to it that's yelling at me. So I'm gonna walk over here Masters of the impossible, creators of the unprecedented phenomenon of theatrical arts, pioneers of the family entertainment in Vegas. They changed the course of its history and have become the city's all-star premier attraction. Siegfried. You know the difference between Siegfried and Roy? Can you tell which one's which?
No, I can't.
So one of these is Siegfried and the other one is Roy. Okay, so they're going to tear down this whole water effect and everything?
The Mirage is leaving us forever.
So this is the Mirage.
Yeah.
Oh, so this whole building?
Yeah.
Where the Beatles are?
Volcano and everything.
Why?
It's going to be a hard rock.
What?
Yeah. We're getting the guitar hotel like they do in
Oh, man. Now, I'm no expert on Vegas at all. In fact, I'm kind of a newbie. But the Mirage is like legendary, isn't it?
Iconic. I'm very sad about it.
Are you going to do a whole video saying goodbye to it?
I hope so. I would love to stay there. I've never stayed at the Mirage.
Never stay at the Mirage.
You know who has?
The Griswolds? Oh, that's where Vegas Vacation was? I was gonna, you were going to say Paul McCartney. I would imagine Paul probably has stayed there too. And Clark Griswold. Now, do you think they're going to get rid of the water effects also?
Yeah, I think it's all going.
So it's all going. So they won't just put the big guitar for Hard Rock behind it?
I mean, it doesn't really go with the theme. I don't think so.
That's true. It doesn't really go with the theme.
That's too bad.
The volcano over here will only be erupting for a short amount more time. Not erupting right now, but yeah, that's something else. Progress. Going up this winding escalator now to the fountain of the gods. Up there's a lot of escalators in Vegas, but this one is a winding, circling one that takes us. Are we going way up top? All the way to the top? I guess we'll. I don't know. It's okay. Second level. So we're going up to this level. Pretty neat. I don't know if I've ever seen an escalator that goes at an angle like that. Yeah, some of the inside of these hotels and casinos are mind-blowing. Just look. This exists. This is Caesar's Palace. I am walking through another one where they got the fake clouds on the roof. Another outside for inside, pulling the wool over the eyes. Well, inside for outside or outside for inside. And there it is, the fountain of the gods. It says it right up top there. Take a look at this. This is wild. Here's a Pegasus out front. Something else. And it really is a bit of a hike, but all the way at the end of this course, like a half-a-mile walk back into here. Once you get back into it, they're doing a show back in here with fire and all type of. Is that a dragon up there? I think that's a dragon up top. What is that? It's some kind of winged creature cackling and making some kind of bird noise. And there's an animatronic as well. So the bird is holding on to someone underneath itself. That was it. We didn't get back there in time. We didn't get back there in time. Now the animatronic is being put away.
Oh no.
It's referred to as the Atlantis show. See it right there on the sign. And now everything's being placed back. So whatever that demon creature was with the fire is being put away. And now everything's going back to a more peaceful area. There is an aquarium over here too with all these fish swimming around. It's very beautiful. There's a lot of beautiful resorts through here and free entertainment. And they got the merchandise of the sign. There's another gift shop. And Danny was telling me that this is not copywritten, which means the lady who made it said that anyone can use it. That's why all these stores, yeah, that's pretty interesting. Walking into the lobby of the Bellagio now, look at all these up here. They almost look like umbrellas, but they're really supposed to be flowers of some sort. That's my artistic assumption. And inside this atrium, there are giraffes. There's a giraffe there. There's a giraffe there. Yeah, this is something else to say the least. Wow. Yeah, these zebras are bursting out of the picture frames. And there's a slithering snake going up that tree over there. Heading up this very large escalator over to a tram to go across town, but in reality, the tram's pretty much a monorail. Is it a monorail or a tram? Oh, it is a monorail.
It's a monorail, but it says it's a tram.
Yeah, okay. Ah, we missed the tram monorail. There's another one over here. Now, is there a cost to ride this?
No, it's free.
Nice. So really, you can just go back and forth all day without spending a dime. And that is what it looks like, the Aria Express, as it just goes out of frame momentarily. While I'm up here on the platform waiting for the next one to show up, I should mention, watch the water show across the big body of water. The water show was pretty magnificent, but Danny was saying that they toned it down a little bit because it is so windy today that the projections of the water were not as triumphant and magnificent as they usually are. But it was still pretty neat to see it from this angle. I think years ago I saw it from the other side, but this looking at this kind of skyline across the boulevard there, it's pretty neat. Yeah, the water show during the day. Pulling into the station. Okay, it's not really a monorail, it's a two-rail. So there's double the rails. And it has this unusual bluish hue looking out the window of Planet Hollywood. And those are the two rails going back the opposite direction from the direction we're going. Bluish hue on the windows. And now stepping back inside, well, inside the New York area, I really like how the theming is in here. Look at this, this is so cool. It is like really walking through the streets and the apartments around New York City. I think it's really well done in here. I really like it in here a lot. And even equipped down here with the manhole sewage grates. Hotel and Casino, New York, New York. Equipped with neon up here, Lady Liberty with a pouring a beer, and then looking down into the little section down there as well. Yeah, it almost looks like we're outside. But in reality, indoors. A little farther down Las Vegas Boulevard into Old Vegas, if you will, away from the Strip. Well, into a different type of vibe down this direction. But this is the pawn shop from the TV show Pawn Stars right here. Still going strong and very popular with tourists. So if you want to pawn anything in Vegas, this is one of probably countless amount of pawn shops, but this is probably the most popular. If you have to pawn something, there you go, there's a pawn Star right there from Pawn Stars. We're towards Fremont Street, which would be the old Vegas district. Yeah, I really like this area a lot through here. And this almost looks like some sort of robot laid here. You got like a robot hand and the robot there. Got all this artwork through here and a very large fire hydrant up here too. Large fire hydrant. And that old motel sign's pretty cool too. It says, whatever you do today, do it with confidence of a 4-year-old in a Batman shirt. And here is the big fire hydrant. You just look at the size. One thing that's kind of interesting about this area is that you go down to what they call the Fremont East District. If you go down that direction, which is where I just walked through, there is a praying mantis, which in the evening hours, if I remember correctly, will spit fire out. The only reason I remember that it's here because years and years ago when I was in a band, I played at this particular venue and I was in a punk band. We played on Fremont East, right inside these very doors. I just kind of like this whole vibe all through here, going down Fremont and then heading down into what used to be completely unenclosed, and now they've enclosed the roof line. And now they've enclosed it with this roof that has all the different designs and stuff going across. But back in the day, you could even see it in the Honey, I Blew Up the Kid movie. You could see him like walking through this whole area and countless other productions. And there's the old Prospector off to the side right over there, still there. And looking over from this angle onto Fremont, there's a parking area there. There's the Apache, there's Binion's. But if you go one more block and you walk into the covered area of Fremont, which is downtown Vegas, old Vegas as I like to call it, it's going to show off some of the neons, which are not illuminated yet because it's still pre-dusk at the moment with some of these very iconic neon signs just kind of rolling down there. A lot of these are very memorable from old photos of Vegas and television, movies, just a lot of iconic signs all through here. And one over here, this is Vegas Vic, and Vegas Vic had a partner across from Vegas Vic was Vegas Vicky, which is now inside a casino, and Vegas Vicky has been restored and is placed inside this casino down at the top of the elevator, not the elevator, but the escalator. Vegas Vicky right here. I remember how she'd always like kick her foot. The neon would do the foot kicking. Very, very famous. And then at the end of Fremont Street is a hotel that was used as the inspiration for Biff's Pleasure Palace in Part 2 of Back to the Future. Yeah, it was the Biff's Casino in Back to the Future Part 2. It might look, it's a Plaza Hotel here at the end of Fremont. Just like to point that out. I stayed here at this hotel years and years ago. It was pretty neat to stay in what would eventually become the inspiration for Biff's. And way down there, that's the Stratosphere, right? The big tall one right there? The Stratosphere. Now the Gold Spike, you were just saying that sometimes they'll have bands playing here for punk rock bowling?
Yeah, well, when they do punk rock bowling in the pool area, they'll set up a stage.
Oh, in the pool area. But punk rock bowling for some reason is not happening this year.
No, what a bummer.
One of these years I'm gonna come out here for punk rock bowling because I'd like to check that out. Oh, and I love that too. Cowboy on the horse down there. It is very windy and gusty from here over on Ogden Ave, looking back over to Fremont. Cowboy on the horse down there. I gotta say I prefer this area a little more than the strip proper. You know, I just love all the old neons. Seems like the history, I don't say it's preserved here, just progress has not been taken over as much as it has a couple miles away over in the other section. In fact, take a look down here. Let me zoom in. That sign at that motel says Elvis slept here. Right there, Elvis slept at that motel. How cool is that? You see the sun starting to kind of descend and set there behind the El Cortez. All right, that's gonna do it for today. With Danny 702, we covered a lot of ground.
We did a whole lot of walking.
At least 20,000 steps, I think we did. Oh, you're
24.
24,000 steps we did today. Walking around, I almost said Sunset Strip, but it's the Las Vegas Strip. A couple times when I was saying Old Vegas, I wanted to say Old Hollywood. It's just like on the tip of my tongue because of living there and just being out there. If you want to see any more detailed videos on any of the places around Vegas, check out Danny's 702. I'm in the 702.
You are.
And
finally.
I spent the day with you in the 702.
I know.
Finally.
We've been talking about it for a while.
I have been 702. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for hanging out too.
And showing me some neat stuff.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.